All right, boyfriend's cat screams all night long. All night. Screams all night long. Hey, Bill, I'm a 30-year-old lady listener who's been dating my boyfriend now for almost 3 years. You're 30 years old. You've been dating for 3 years. What the fuck's going on with that? You know, you don't got all day. Shit or get off the pot. When we first got together, he would stay over at my place, eventually leading to moving in. About a year into our relationship, he moved his cat in as well. Oh, God. You're dating a man that has a cat. All right. He has had this cat for approximately 10 years, and I can understand his attachment to his feline friend. Yeah, that thing's going to live to be at least 17 years old. Cats fucking hang around forever. That said, ever since he moved her in, she has proceeded to meow all night long, and this is not your regular cat meow. This is more like a screaming yowl, like someone is killing her. He's tried numerous things to try to calm her, and nothing seems to work. I personally work in mental health where my focus and engagement is critical in working with people. However, I have not had a restful night's sleep for the better part of 2 years, and it seems to be getting worse, impacting my abilities at work. What would you do in this situation? Signed, Sleepless in New Mexico. I'd fucking break up with the guy. This guy's choosing his fucking cat over you? Fuck this guy. I'd break up with him. I'd say, listen, either that fucking cat goes or you go. You know? Why doesn't he pay to get some fucking cat whisperer to come in there and figure out what that stupid fucking thing's problem is? All right? I would give him the option to do that, or I would break up with him. That's what I would do. Okay? And I would also look at yourself that what the fuck is wrong with you? I don't mean to be an asshole, that you would put up with this shit for 2 fucking years. Like you need to put a value on yourself and your night's sleep. You know, better part of 2 months. I can understand. 2 fucking years of this shit? I mean, I'm not even in your situation. I can't even tell you how much I hate that fucking cat. This fucking guy is choosing that cat over you. Yeah, fuck him. You know. You can go the passive-aggressive route, you know. Start fucking with the cat's food, but I don't want to get into all the PETA people with that one. All right, Capitol Hill Bill. I'm just a Bill. Hey, Bill, I'm a climate geologist for over 20 years of fieldwork, research, and 5 published books. All right, yeah, I know you wrote that sentence. I don't know if any of that's true. I'm a geologist first and foremost, but I study the macro effects on climate on Earth. Do I really want to read the rest of this? The current climate crisis discourse has been dangerously hijacked by corporations who are looking to profit from it. I will try and be brief and provide clear examples. Congress is about to pass a huge spending bill that's almost $2 trillion, and a significant portion of the bill's spending is meant to fight against climate change. The problem is that most of the money is going to subsidiaries of oil companies and other groups that have no identifiable role in meaningful change. Why do they do this? Why would they do that? I swear to God, is it really just greed, self-preservation, so they get reelected? I don't know. No mention of tapering back on resources or creating standards to reduce the need for a new iPhone chargers every year. For reasons I cannot explain, there's been a push to get away from nuclear power. This makes absolutely no sense. Every time a plant gets shut down, we rely more on fossil fuels. In the last year, there's been huge moves by members of the European Union and the U.S. government to stifle nuclear power research and innovation. So like oil companies, the blue blood families from like the 1800s, they've really just been running shit for the better part of a century and a half. The U.S. oil prices this year have gone completely backwards. Instead of maintaining our own oil production that can be overseen, environmentally regulated, and of course more beneficial to the U.S. economy, we're now relying even more on oil from overseas and empowering Saudi Arabia and Russia with the fate of our resources. I'm not an economist, but I can confirm that over the last 80 years, there's been a positive correlation between the low-cost, reliable energy and quality of life for lower-income brackets. Puerto Rico is a great example of this. Their quality of life has vastly improved with reliable energy. Despite this, U.S. politicians have been lobbying to shut down domestic energy operations for no discernible reason, other than the people that put them in office told them to. Imagine a career politician from New York having strong feelings about where Puerto Rico gets their energies. It's so fucking evil. Nothing adds up with any of this. I appreciate you mentioning all the flat screens that end up in the ocean. Yeah. Well, I think, like, here's my positive spin on that. Is you can sit there and bitch about these fucking greedy politicians and these corrupt corporations. Or you can do something in your personal. The only way to do it is to combat it with your own life. And, you know, as I'm sitting there bitching about, you know, liberals, the way they treat Southerners, maybe making them more closed-minded, I don't fucking know. Or, you know, maybe I could just be a nicer fucking person. You know, climate change, maybe I could use less. I could try to fucking recycle. I could try to, you know, pay attention. It's going to take actually individuals getting involved and giving a shit. And stop watching 24-hour news networks. Because if we all started doing that, they would then, you know, through corporate money, start putting out false stories about how doing that is eroding at the fiber of this country. Unbelievable. Why would you fuck with Puerto Rico? You know, beautiful people, beautiful place. I just don't understand it. Never understand that. Why people do the horrible fucking things that they do. But then again, I'm also a cunt. So maybe, you know, if I actually had political aspirations, I'd be doing the same thing. Who knows? Who knows? This is all too fucking big for my little brain.